Hey people, Ernesto here. I've done the boring job of gathering data and testing out some advanced maneuvers just to teach you how to fly in Foxhole. First, the landing. You've probably seen a certain YouTuber's guide who told you that you need to slow your plane down in order to not crash. Now this guy Frerk, he wants you to go slow because he's a war profiteer. He wants to sell you more runways. It is actually pretty hard to crash while landing at max speed. And for this landing section I will show you two incredibly easy ways to land from maximum height. For the first, all you need to do is get your landing gear out, put that throttle to 0%, pull down as much as you can, don't worry about it, and then hold brake after you land. It doesn't even matter if you hit another plane or the runway runs out, and sometimes it doesn't even matter if you don't have your landing gear out. The reason I know that is because a nice Russian gentleman decided to jack my shit while I was away trying to find some fuel and then landed it without the landing gear on. For the other strategy, we're gonna start out the exact same way. You get the landing gear out and you put the throttle to 0%. The reason why we start out with this is because I don't want you to worry about engine speed or landing gear, it doesn't matter. After that, all you need to do is press shift and aim completely down to dive bomb. Now, the game is going to fight against this. We're gonna see with more advanced maneuvers that the planes weren't actually made for these angles, but just keep looking down and don't worry about it. One thing that you'll have to keep in mind is that the game wants to auto-level your plane, which means that you will bounce up after you end the dive bomb. To stop that from happening, just pull down while you dive bomb with the default W key. For the next part, we need to talk about a big, fat lie in the settings menu. You don't roll with the A and D keys, you turn. Which is important because it doesn't roll you more than 90 degrees, heavily limiting maneuverability. Here's all the different types of turns you can make. First, with landing gear on, because I completely forgot to toggle it for this recording. The bottom ones use the rudder, by default the left and right key, and it seems like while pulling up or pulling down, you cannot use the rudder. Pulling up or pulling down seems to be the fastest way to turn around normally. Also note that for half the turn, pulling down takes away a little bit of height, which you will gain back on the second half. Here's all the turning while the landing gear is up. It doesn't seem to change a lot. The only thing low engine power changes is that you can't really climb and you're going to fall a lot. This is a normal turn on minimum engine power. But I know that you don't give a shit about turning around normally. What you really came here for is the sexy Ernesto way of turning around. Practically, you just dive bomb and you pull up earlier in a different direction. The developers didn't want you to do this, by the way, so your plane is going to pull all over the place, but with a little practice you're gonna get it. You're gonna lose a lot of altitude, by the way, so make sure you have some to spare. Here's one with minimum engine speed. It seems to be a little easier. And that's pretty much all the maneuvering I found. You can't really roll or loop the plane and the plane auto levels. Which is, you know, kind of a shame for all the people who thought you would be able to barrel roll. Also, I am quite sure that this is the reason why there is no AI anti-air in the game. To avoid the spam of AI anti-air, which would kinda make planes useless, you need to make one that a skillful pilot can evade, which is kinda hard when you cannot do basic maneuvers. But also you don't really need to worry about AI anti-air because the fuel in these planes are so dog shit that I spent an insane amount of time just refueling while making this video. That's how I got my plane stolen after all. Now this video took a lot of hours to make because I can't edit for shit, so I'd really appreciate if you followed me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ErnestoPrezzo. I stream Foxhole there regularly, so subscribe to the YouTube and like the video. And if you think I forgot some le epic maneuver, then feel free to write that in the comments and I'll probably make another video.